Good morning, YouTube. What I'm doing today is I'm working more on the power system. So what I have here is the setup I'm going to use for my shore power. And what I have it wired into directly is power strip, because it's going to power this battery charger that's going to charge the house batteries in the back. So what I'm doing is I'm just testing to make sure it works, make sure that my connections are correct. And what's really neat about this thing, since I know that this is running, I can see that I've got the indicator light going. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to unplug this so that I've got no power on the circuit, because the last thing I want to do is electrocute myself. So I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera so you can see this a little bit better. This is going to mount on the side of the van like this. And then this little door, which is sealed, which is nice, just has that right there, what you would put your extension cord plug into. So that way I don't have to try to run a cord through the van or something like that. You know, it just makes for a nice clean installation. And then on the inside of the van, since it's going to be hardwired right to this gives me a switchable and it's fused, resettable fused AC ports. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 AC outlets, which should be more than enough for what I'm going to do. I'll be able to have that plugged in. I'll be able to have the charger plugged in, plus whatever else inside the van that might run off of AC as well. This should accommodate it. And then for when I'm not plugged to shore power, I have my pure sine wave inverter to run off the battery bank as well. So I'm hoping that with all of this that my power needs, which isn't much, I don't think, should be met. You know, I've got my laptop, I've got my desktop computer that I'm on the fence about bringing or selling. I would really like to get a 12 volt LED TV because they consume so much less power. My desktop that I have is 244 watts. So it's kind of a battery hog, but it's a really nice machine. It's got a big size. It's the HP all-in-one Touch Smart, which has been a great computer. I've used it and I really like it, but 244 watts is a lot of watts, unless I'm going to use it just on a sunny day. And then I don't like spending a whole lot of time inside. I want to be able to enjoy the outside and explore things. That's one of the main reasons for building the van. Is I don't want to be homebody. This is going to provide me with a place to sleep at night and a way to get around and explore the world. And I want to be able to enjoy and experience life. And I'm hoping that this will give me a way to do it. So stay tuned. Still working. I'm going to get this all installed and tested once it's inside, and then I'll do a quick update. And if anybody's interested in the shore power receptacle cover that I've got that I'm using, here is, let's see if that'll focus. There it is. It's made by R.E.D. There's the part number. So if you're interested and you're doing a project like this, here is the information for you to find it yourself, which this thing I think is awesome. And it wasn't very expensive. I think it was under 20 bucks. Here we have, this is that portable pressurized water system that I built. And I just got done spraying the bottom part of it black with the rubberized undercoating that goes on a vehicle, so that when you set it out in the sun, the solar should actually heat the water. And got a nice tape line so it looks nice. And it's getting close to being dry. So I just wanted to give everybody a quick update on that. So that's turning out really nice. I'm looking forward to using that. And then plus the additional 3 gallons of water storage is always nice to have in the van. And as you can see up there in that far corner is my smoke detector I just installed. I have a CO2 detector to install in here as well, but right now what I'm going to install is my fire extinguisher. And here's the fire extinguisher that I bought. This is a Kitty Marine 5. This is meant for a sailboat or a small RV. So it is a B and C rated extinguisher. You know, and this is something that a lot of people, you know, if you're going to do this, I really think it's important that you cover some of the safety factors that you would in your own home. You know, smoke detector, CO detector, you know, fire extinguisher. Because, you know, I'm going to end up cooking in here, I'm going to sleep in here, I'm going to have a propane heater in here. So I want to have this to be as safe or safer than any home I've ever lived in. You know, I'm really going to be tight on space, so I definitely want to have the safety, you know, nailed down so that it's comfortable and it's a very safe environment. So I think this is one of the things that is an absolute no-brainer. Every vehicle, really, I think, should have this in their car, and it should be locked away in the trunk, because if you got to get out and get in your trunk to get your fire extinguisher to put your car out, it's probably too late. So this one's going in here where it'll be easily accessible. And what's nice about this is that, you know, I'm living in a small space, so it is a wonderful size. And it'll do exactly what I need it to do. And that is, if I have the horrible, horrible experience of having this catch on fire, that I have the ability to put the fire out. You know, I don't have to just stand back and watch my house burn down. You know, if I react fast enough, I can put it out. It comes with a nice little mount, and that's what I'm fixing to do now, is I'm going to mount it to the wall, so that way it's easily accessible. There we have the fire extinguisher installed on the wall, and this is the area where the counter will be at, where I'll be cooking. So this will be right where I need it to be in case something awful happens. And there's a 12-volt fan we have installed. So one more thing off the list, and this is important, people. This is one thing that, you know, I would want to have in any vehicle that I own.